こんにちは。今回は初見プレイイギリスダートムーア編をやっていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。ミッション家族の死。
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
.今回のターゲットはアレクサ・カーライル1人と調査ファイルを探すってなってますね。
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
さあまずマップを開こうかな。ミッションストーリーって2つあるのね。まあ近づいていったら分かるやろ。とりあえず行きましょう。まっすぐ。なんかおるよ。あそこなんか出てる。
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Hmm, こっちから入れるのかな。どっか見てる。あっこにおるや。危ね。渡れない。ああ、これこっちか。こっちから行けるな。
Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about those texts.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me, said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman.
I just
that
need to
stuff
check.
from your ex.
That's a bit excessive.
Manipulation 101.
Considering
I know,
the fact that I spotted
I know.
no less than 2 routes to
I guess
get
I
inside
thought
the
she was
house
gonna read into them
unseen.
and freak
We
out.
know what we're doing, sir.
Say I
Don't worry
must have
about
done
that.
something to provoke her.
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on you.
Mm-mm. あ、こっち来る。やべやべ。こう隠せる隠せる。
I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've travelled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir. I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected
Looking
by a
good,
rather
man.
unusual
Looking
situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room. To my right.
A locked room murder mystery 47. I trust.
調査。あ、これね。なんか光ってこの本。あ、よくあるパターンやな。隠し扉。
It's a secret passage.
寝室に続く秘密の通路。
This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
これ、ちょっと待って、覗き込むなんかあんな。
Photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
ちょっと待って、これ先に行く前にこれなんか覗き穴あるから見てみようかな。誰もいないね。ここ覗いてたら誰かの内緒話とか聞けるわけかな。でこれそうか、ここ開けてたら出ていくわけやな。ちょっと待てよ。他になんか探し物ないんかな。ちょっと待て。他に探すもんないから見てから。ここに隠れてないか。
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body 47?
スキャン、カメラで遺体をスキャン。ああ、遺体あるやん。ちょ待って、でもちょっとさっき調べるわ。なんかあるで。
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
ザカリー、この人がザカリーやねんな。でもなんか、まあ、前作かどっかの、どっかって言ったらおかしいな。前作かなんかでザカリーって名前聞いたような気がすんねんけど、あれ、これの記憶違いか。
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its
他のサンプル
authenticity.
と比較すればって言っても、まあ、どっか他行かなあかんってことかな。他のとこ行ってそのなんかサンプルがあるってことかな。これ包丁取って。まあスキャンしようか。
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spray.
毒。6個中5個の手がかりを発見。
And shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene,
十分できたって。いや、まだ1
Maybe
個ある
it's
って言った
time
ね
to。see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
まだなんかありそうなんやけど。もういっぺんここ入って内緒話聞かれへんかな。もういっぺん入って。動いてないねんな、ほとんど人がな。戻るしかないかな。
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47.
ハンズ B のオフィスに行くってことかな。
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for
武器
alibis?
手段機械。
Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
容疑者を尋問し関心のある場所を探索する。カメラマークついてるとこ行けってことかこれ。
Why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's bloody rude, that's what it is. Making us come here to play
カメラマーク
and
ある
then
よ
show up like nothing's the least bit strange.
これなんか
I'm telling you, she's not fit to be in charge.
これか関係ないの？そうやねんな。毒殺やったら別にオフィスに仕事しててもできるからな。これなんか尋問できる。何て書いてある？アリバイがないか尋ねる。
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
レベッカ・カーライルが滞在している寝室。この部屋は屋敷の2階にあり、駐車場に面している。8時に寝たって言ったで、それ以降のアリバイがないよな。駐車場に面している。あそこは墓場に面している。ちょっと待って。でも場所からしたらいけんねんな。上から出て右に回り込んで何かでザカリーの部屋に登っていくってことできそうやけどな。
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
足跡あるやん。こっから入るとか。これみんな忘れてた。こんだけ容疑者おるってことか。さっき尋問したのこれやねんな。まあエマとグレゴリーの息子。エマとグレゴリー。エマとこれやな。グレゴリーかな。
Can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have... a lot to see to.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
あ、これパトリックちゃん。この人パトリックちゃん。
So, let's pick this up later.
Patrick Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him, then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death. By boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Hmm. この部屋になんかないんかな。これ新聞紙。
Relax, man. I said I'd get you money. It's just gonna take a little longer. Jeez, and how's that my fault? Calm the fuck down, Ant. You know I'm good for it. I'm a Carlisle. I'm made of money. Just lean back and enjoy the interest. Meanwhile, go and have some drinks on me. No, Christ, I'm gonna hang up. Let's talk when you calm the fuck down.
なんだこれ、どういうこと？何の電話やこれ。
He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it.
Rosie,
Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Hello.
なんか聞かしてくれるかな。
There's still a lot.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
午前1時、夜中やん。アリバイ確定。ああ、これ、そうかそうか。これ聞いていってアリバイ確定していくわけか。なるほどな。
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff were all the company he had. If that's all, I have a...
もう一遍聞きに行かなあかんのかな。いや、もう一遍会ってなんか言ってくれるんかな。
Peach to right?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me. Like hugs, encouragement. Just a single spontaneous caress, what a difference that would have made. Right. I clearly remember when I was...
あ、ちょっと待った。あ、違う。その他。何やろう。その他で見んのか。あ、これか。エドワードの長文、ザカリーの秘書と一緒じゃねえや。遺書と一致しない。この長文ってザカリーが書いたことになってるってことやったっけ？ やけど衣装と一致してないってことか。どっちがザカリーの筆跡なんやろうな。
I want her to have the file on Arthur Edwards if I die.
You're not fearful she will be in trouble?
今のは何の話？ちょっと待って、分からへん。何？
If she knows.
She will start digging when she realizes things don't add up, inevitably getting her in trouble. I'd rather she knew who she's up against. She's clever and resourceful. Who knows, maybe she'll be able to hit him where it hurts. But I don't want her to get involved prematurely. Hopefully she'll never have to get involved at all.
誰のこと言うてたか見てなかったな、今の。
If you only knew what we face. I wonder what you would do. Attack? Regroup? Close the gates and wait it out?
今肝心なところやったんちゃうこれ。もう一遍ここカメラ撮るとこあるみたいだけど。これカメラ撮ったよな、これ。あ、まだなんかある。ここは入っても大丈夫なんや。
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the point.
こっから毒が持ち出されたってことかな。
Used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms.
致死量ってどういうこと？
I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning.
誰を殺すかって書いてたのか。名前は
Broken
伏せ
lab
て。
equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
拾う。レンチが必要で書いてあるな。ボートの鍵。あ、これか。これ脱出の鍵っちゅうことやな。証拠があと1個あるってことなんやけど、これレンチで修理したら何かわかるってことかな。どっかレンチねえかな。お、レンチ見っけ。これで修理したらなんかわかるんかな。なんやでもこ ここなんかもう一個あるって言ってたんちゃうんかこれ。証拠。あれこれこれ。あ、もう見つけた。あれいつ見つけたいつ見つけたんや。全然気づいてないわ。わあ、長いな。あと、グレゴリーどこにおるんや。あれ、向こうなんか、アイコン出てるな。
That's true, though. No, he was here when the safe in Madame Carlyle's office was repaired last week. He had to carry some heavy bolt to the top floor. He complained about back pain for the entire weekend.
A safe in Madame Carlyle's office. I bet that's where she keeps the file on Arthur Edwards.
Seriously.
銀行の貸金庫にあるって言ってたんちゃうの？どっちよ。まあでも銀行の貸金庫にあったらダッシュできへんもんな。こっちがほんまなんやろ
な。Madame Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The undertaker wants them gone before he'll see Madame Carlyle. He's in a right state. So, unless you want to take on the birds, I suggest you stay clear of him.
Oh, no, my...
Madame Carlyle is still going ahead with her staged funeral tomorrow, and she wants to inspect the arrangements. How about it, 47? You feel up to giving her the grand tour of her final resting place?
It's horrible. Safer for everyone if I just wait here till he says he's ready for Madame.
な。墓場にスクートレを追い払うって。
I'll never get rid of those stupid birds.
ピストルで撃つとかかこれ。あ、わかった。多分落とすんやろ。当たらんな。こっち見たらあかんな。投げてるけど当たるんかこれ。
I don't think they want to leave. They're always gathering in that tree, sir.
I don't care what they want. Christ! I have enough on my mind as it is. Scare them, shoot them. I don't care. I just want.
撃てどうでもいいからって書いてあるからやっぱ撃ったらいいんかな。でも見られたらな。
They're impossible to hit, devious bastards. was that noise?
もう一丁。
That looks like a false alarm.
こっち向かんでええっちゅうねん、こっち。
I'll never get rid of those stupid birds. What? Okay, back to business as usual.
「葬儀屋に変装する」。
Could you just go and see what that was, please?
You got it.
Ah!
Help! Help! Oh my god, you've got to help me. I think I just heard someone getting
危ねえ。
Good job, thank you.
殴るなよ。
Command, I'm not finding anything.
殴るなよ。
Clear. Back to smoking and joking. Over.
まだ。
I am ready to show Madame Carlyle the funeral arrangements.
You got rid of the birds?
Yes.
Perfect.
Nothing but
I'll let her
respect
know.
for your work, sir.
Mr. Parsons is ready to see Madame Carlyle.
I don't like to be kept waiting. I trust we can be efficient now I'm here.
I can be very efficient, Madame Carlyle.
What's that picture of me doing here? What an awful idea. I want it removed before the ceremony tomorrow. I must say I don't care much for the choice of flowers either. I need a moment to consider what I
あ
want.
ここで関連詞刺すっていう方法もあるのか。
What's that podium? I find that having family members do the eulogy is more often. Find out what that was.
10-4.
I find that having family members do the eulogy is more often than not so unusual. I've never understood the need to publicly display grief. A person died. Most natural thing in the world.
フルやったん忘れてた。
I hope you haven't planned for one of those.
これいけるな。
No, I prefer to keep it simple.
That's Madame Carlyle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
殺せました。とはシャベルで埋めると。
I
あとは調査ファイルか。こいつに変装したらいいんやな。これどっか茂み隠す。あ、茂みあるな。こっち見るなよ。おいおい、何してんのお前。よっしゃ。もう犯人の誰が殺したかっていう犯人はもうどうでもいい感じになったな。ここにグレゴリーおるやん。どうしようかな。もう一遍探偵の格好してグレゴリーの話聞いてみるか。
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
You're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry?
これで2人のアリバイ確定したよな。ってことは、3人か。
From my intricate intellect.
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very...
今の話の関係してんのどれなんやろ。
thorough, are you?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
あとはじゃあアリバイがないのが3人か。でもな、入れん部屋があるからな。あれをどうやって入るかやな。バールで開けれんのかな。バールで開けるぜ。これもザカリーの遺書と一致しない筆跡が。おお、すべての扉を解錠できる鍵。いいんじゃねこれ。 日記。
Zachary's diary. This is.
ってことはこれ衣装の方が偽物ちゃうか。
Big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident.
ってことはここ
The handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
そうやな、そういうことやな、衣装は書いてない。ってことはこの事実を告白しようとしたから殺されたんじゃないのか。アレクサに殺されたっちゅうか、アレクサに、指示を受けた秘書を殺したかな。これは分かってる。これは違う。ほら、いや、容疑者になったわ。容疑者になったけど、まだ分からへんな、この二人。
Considering to frame the butler 47. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings.
いやいや、待て
Unless,
待
of course,
て。
you want to do some more detecting, 47?
でもな、これ調べてもさ、マダム・カーライル殺してしまったからな。2階上がって入れんかったとこ入るか。報告するやつがいないぞ。殺してんの。まあでも、後々のためにちょっと、これはもう知識欲があるな。誰が犯人なのか。どういう意味で調べたい。大丈夫か。監視カメラとかないような。大丈夫やな。これ何これ。おお、なんか入ったね。でノートパソコン。
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference.
レベッカアリバイ確定。
Call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
「あの足跡一致」。
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in
ああ、さっき開けたところか。
in Gregory's room, I wonder. And why is the key missing? Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens. You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed.
そういうことやな。
I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you
親の
think there are
敵や
more
な。
secrets to uncover.
これやっぱり親の敵説やな。
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
ちょっと待って。報告する相手おらへん。これついていってあ、そうか、ついていって報告する相手おらんけど、ノックアウトしてトークン取ったらええんや。これ別のチャレンジやるときになんか関係してくるかもしれんな。
Hey, how are you?
アレクサ殺してんのにもう誰に報告するねん。
Looking good, looking good.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
どこ？どこ？こっち、あ、こっち言うた。おらへんねんけど。いや、おらへんねんけど。
Hey, how you doing?
あれ、どっか降りたんかな。これ羊がさ降りてったよな。お、なんか入った。
above the safe. I wonder if they might be some sort of a code. Maybe have a look around the office, 47.
この部屋に何かあるって違うな。何やろう。あ、これか。これがヒントになるのか。左が2時にちょっと待ってよ。これを探してみたら時計 と望遠鏡とかがり火と鹿。あ、7、9、9や。5、鹿5。鹿5や。ここにも時計あるな。あ、これや。あれカモフラや。あ、いた。終わった。
Mission complete. 47.
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine.
なにやべえ。なんなの今の銃撃。お、ロックピック。
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Eh, どういうことこれ?
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here!
え? 裏切られた?
Walk away. Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't. Tell the Constant to start running.
嘘?
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47
裏切ったわけじゃないのか?
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I'll look forward to your call.
Usso.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight.
グレー自殺?
We're all that's left now.
さっきのダイアナに見せた資料ってあれやんな。過去に47がダイアナの両親暗殺した資料を見せたってことやんな、これ。ってことは、 この先裏切られる可能性もあるってことやんな。はい、今回の初見プレイ、イギリスダートムーア編、これで終わります。ご視聴ありがとうございました。この後のチャレンジ集はまた後日、上げていきたいと思います。また見てください。では、失礼します。ありがとうございました。